Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 everyone. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Absolutely super duper excited to come to you this evening for a short time. We won't be long, but we will be strong. I am excited because it's been a minute since we did one of these interviews right here. Yes, y'all know how it goes. The business of travel presents her big announcement. Always go with one of our latest and greatest, newest travel business owners and telling you a little bit about themselves. But before we get started, you guys know I always got to do a little teaching, right? So let's go with it, right? I want you guys to understand that your future is filled with limitless possibilities. And I'm going to move my little notes over here. Yeah. Oh, nope, that's going to be okay. There we go. Right here, so I can kind of be thinking I'm looking at you. So your future is filled with limitless possibilities. I actually got a friend in here, you guys. I came into a room at the hotel. He's nice enough to let me just sneak in. But imagine a life where you enjoy complete and absolute freedom. Picture yourself as the owner of your own business where you call the shots, you work for no one else, right? And there's no limit to your earning potential. Not only that, but you have a blast making money. I mean, I know some people have a blast making money on their full time jobs, but to be able to be your own boss and to hunt for what you have to eat and still have fun while you're doing it, that's a different feat and make a positive impact on others simultaneously, right? So, what makes this business venture even more enticing is that you don't have to blaze a new trail because the trail is already blazed for you. You don't have to venture into uncharted territory. The territory has already been charted. You have the power, though, to design the business around your lifestyle because it's not a one size fit all. It absolutely isn't. Rather than reshaping your life to it, as a traditional business model, all you would have to do is use the turnkey franchise model that we already have in place. This business is like your ultimate key to unlock the door to the freedom that you desire, if you so desire that. But I always tell people there are three things that you need to succeed in this pursuit. And the first one is having a burning desire, which is why I said, if you so desire, freedom. There's three freedoms that most of us, kind of think about throughout periodically throughout our life at some point in our life, and that's financial freedom, whatever that means to you, personal freedom, whatever that means to you, and time freedom, whatever that means to you. For me, those three freedoms mean different things, right? For me, financial freedom is being able to have six figures in my bank account. That's my emergency fund. Personal freedom is being able to do what I want, when I want, however I want. And time freedom, I think, is most important to me because we can make money, we can lose money, but time is something we just can't get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And I always tell people, have you ever said, man, that was the most wasted 30 minutes of my life, right? You can't get that back. So one, you have to have a burning desire for your success. You must be fueled by an insatiable hunger, I like to say, for success, meaning, as Les Brown says, you got to be hungry, right? One that drives you to check your bank account daily as you relentlessly pursue your goal, meaning because your drive is so strong, your bank account is rising. And your bank account drives you because if it's not where you want it to be, if it's in a red or if it's not in the positive as much as you like it to be, then that drives you to work a little bit harder. It does that the same thing for a 9 to 5. When you're short on cash, specifically, let's talk about the Christmas holidays, and I'm gonna talk about myself. As a single mother, I used to pull doubles, to make sure that my boys have what they needed before there was a Gloria. So that's one of the things that I do. And so that's when I say your bank account will drive you as your desire. And two, you must be coachable. It's crucial to have a genuine willingness to basically listen from and learn from those who have done a thing, right? I used to tell people like, what is it? Oprah Winfrey, all of them have self-help books, because they've been there, they've done it, and they want to give you the Cliff Notes version, right? Because it's the time and the knowledge that of guiding yourself and educating yourself on your personal development is what gets you to where you need to be to. And three, you need to have a strong work ethic, right? A strong work ethic, you must be prepared to put in the effort. You even And when I say that, it's even when you don't feel like it. When you when you wake up in the mornings, it's like, I just don't feel like going to work, but you go anyway. I have a migraine. and you go anyway. When you are your own business owner, you have to do the same thing, whether or not you want to or not. I don't feel like getting up, but you have to, right? You have to get up and go and do it because you got to be the hunter for what you eat for your family, right? So everybody can get fed. So the willingness to consistently work hard is a non-negotiable factor. And that is your, as I like to say, your pathway to achieving success. So I have the privilege and the honor to introduce this phenomenal woman who embraced this opportunity and stepped into a future where her dreams can't really became her reality, right? I'm going to introduce to some and reintroduce to others this young lady who is out of the great state of Texas, where everything is big in Texas. She's a mom, she's a grandma, she's an avid travel enthusiast, and she believes in life because I really, really, really commend her for being who she is as being a thriver. I say thriver, not survivor, because not only is she did she survive her ordeal, but she's thriving in her ordeal after a health scare, and I'll let her tell more about it. I don't want to spill all the tea, but I want to introduce to some and reintroduce to others out of the San Antonio market, none other than the founder of the Friendship is the New Pretty, Miss Lori Jillian. Lori, are you there? Let me bring you on up.
I
Can
am.
you hear me?
I can
There
hear
you go.
you. Can you see me?
I can't see you, but we definitely can hear you.
Ooh, something is wrong with the screen. I can
Oh,
I can hear you, but I tried to log in to stream, but it won't go back to the other screen. So I don't want to hang you up. So
yeah.
I
Okay,
just
you want to just come out and come back in?
oh yeah, let's do that then.
Okay, so we're gonna pause for technical difficulty, you guys. But again, stay patient with us as we're gonna get this started. All right. But in the interim, I do want to know: do any of you guys have a burning desire to accomplish whatever that is in your life? Is be it a project, be it something that you have in mind, a goal? Drop it in the chat. We really want to hear from you. And matter of fact, let me bring up the comments. I can actually see comments coming on. And lo and behold, look who has come to the stage. There she is. Hello, beautiful.
Oh, hello, happy Tuesday.
And happy Tuesday to you, my love. Listen, I was just telling people, I was like, drop it in the chat, drop in your comments. What is their burning desire? What is one of the things that drive them? And so, since I started questioning them with them, I'm going to throw that question to you. Lori, listen, you have so much going on, but before we jump into the questions, I do want you to share who you are. Who is Lori Jillian? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Lori Julian, work for the federal government. I have a nonprofit. I'm the president and founder of Friendship is New Pretty 2 Incorporated, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And our mission is all about promoting selfless service. So we have about 52 members, and we do that through community service projects, empowerment, and promoting positivity while making lifelong friends. I'm a native of Monroe, Louisiana. I'm Army retired. And I'm just here because I had a brain aneurysm, hemorrhagic stroke about 6 years ago. So I had to learn how to walk again, talk again, regain cognitive functions all over again. I still have minor deficits. And I actually like the way you said it's not a survivor, but what did you use? What did you say?
You are a thriver.
The subscriber.
Thriver. So I took
Okay.
thriving and
So
surviving, put it together.
Okay, so I like that terminology right there. I like that little term right there. So yeah, so just the fact that I celebrate life somewhere in the world every October the 1st. It happened October the 1st, 2019. So I started doing a trip 6 years ago. So it was first me and my husband and I. He was like, that was traumatic for me. So you should turn it into a girl trip. So then I began to, just plan trips every single year somewhere in the world on October the 1st. I was somewhere in the country, whether it was Dubai, whether it was Costa Rica, whether it was Cancun. I was somewhere celebrating life and just grateful that God allowed me to still be here in this, and on this earth. So after meeting Janae just via Facebook, a couple of last was it last year? Last year, I think it was last year. She was like, "Hey, I see what you do in the community. I think it'll be good." So I always thought about doing travel agency, but my mindset was because I still have minor deficits like with short term memory that would maybe be too much for my brain to handle, between doing a nonprofit, between my sorority, between just working for the federal government. I always tell people the federal government pays my bills. God's purpose for me in life is to get back to women and children. So one day I hope that this travel business can actually, retire me from my full-time federal government job and, suffice for that income. That's what we're hoping, once I get it down to the T and I don't have to rely so much heavily on my good mentor, Janae.
I absolutely love it. And I'm sorry, I was eating gum, so that's just not cool on the interview because I get excited. So I don't want to choke myself, or nor do I want to spit it out on you. But Lori, you said a whole bunch, and you kind of glazed over. She said her traumatic experience happened in 2019, but I love what her husband said. Make that trauma a celebration. And so she calls it her celebration of life. And it was just a blessing that God has put us together because I was able to help her with her seventh celebration of life that she's getting prepared to do. And you guys heard her say she's a part of a sorority. Now you know them folks gonna be like, well, what sorority she in? Because you got on that green. So I don't want them to be misleading of what
That's
sorority
right.
you are
Right.
in. Okay.
So
So go ahead and drop it.
that would be the Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. So just put on the green. That was the brightest thing I was right now. I was like, okay, in my closet. So yeah, don't get to be red.
Listen, I don't want them to misunderstand, right?
Right.
She said the Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. Hello. I love it. I love it. Lori, thank you so much for sharing that with us because I really do feel like that is something that's going to help someone because a lot of people have this first question that they start out, what if I can't do it? But what if you can? You just heard she had something happen to her that messes with her cognitive memory. And was that like a little hesitation on her part? Absolutely. But I keep telling people together, everyone achieves more. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Where one is down, one is up. We don't believe in this crab bucket effect where we just climbing on top of each other. No, ma'am, no, sir. We're going to reach back and we're going to pull you up no matter what it is that's going on with you to help you succeed in your business. And that's what we're doing. We're partners. People like, well, we're on the team. No, Lori and I and everyone else that's connected to me, we are business partners. It is about our relationship, period. I don't know, we invest in one another for growth, but that's the same thing other businesses do. They got partnerships. Y'all don't see all the partners behind the scene, but I like to spotlight my partners to let everyone know that, hey, you can do it. You can get started. If this is holding you up, I want to share with you someone else's story that's been able to be successful and start this business. Nori hasn't been in this business about less than 6 months, right?
Oh, not even that long. I don't think.
And right, that's a
Right.
stretch.
Right.
But already she has 2 trips already booked.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Helping others to join in what she has. My thing is, there we go. Let's keep going because technology don't look like it want us to be great. But Lori, what was the hardest thing for you about getting started, other than the cognitive issues that you were expressing? Is there something else that was keeping you hesitant from
I,
getting started in the travel business?
would I have enough time with everything that I have currently going on in my life with the nonprofit, with the commitment to the sorority, with commitment to the federal government, the job that pays my bills. So just having enough time.
Mm-mm-mm. Boy, you hit a whole word right there. That's a whole description. But I did not tell her, or nor did I pay her to say that. She really is. She has a platter, y'all. She has a full-time government job, 9 to 5. Then she has a nonprofit that she spearheads. And if you later on, she's gonna drop her links and stuff. You can follow her. You can check out Friendship is New Pretty, right? As an empowerment. And oh, by the way, she's a former soldier, U.S. Army type bull. And
Oh,
she goes around passing out cards for veterans programs to help veterans. And if you're not a veteran, she'd be like, pass this on to a veteran. Like this is the things that she do on her regular day to day. So I want you guys to understand this is for the busy person. Nothing should be too busy, like Oprah would say, to add additional streams of income to what you already got going on to help your growth. As a nonprofit, she needs growth, right? And she already said, I'm not want to work this 9 to 5, so I need something to replace my current income so she can now focus on the things that she really wants to focus on, right, Lori?
Correct.
And
Correct.
that is her game plan. That's her strategy. So yes, this is for you if you're the busy person. This is for you if you have some health challenges. So let's tell them something else. I'm gonna break this out, y'all. This is so funny. Lori said, Janae, don't ask me what am I reading. And I have to make a joke of it because my girl is so real. She said, man, I said, what about the Bible? She said, the short-term memory. But oh yeah, my bad. We just keeping it real up in here. So it is
Right.
okay if you're not reading anything and you have it, there's something that's keeping you from reading. Like I'm gonna tell my girl, man, you gotta plug these things in right here. Audio, they work wonders. Get that
Reading these
professional
cases.
develop.
You heard say
Yeah,
I don't have
right.
by the time my brain is so fried. I do employee and labor relations, so my brain is so on shutdown after reading cases all day. It's like
She says it says cannot compute like a
yeah,
computer. It shuts down
right,
to reboot. But you know
right.
what? You said a whole word there because a lot of people don't understand that sometimes they have to shut their brain off, Lori. Some people just push it. But you've learned
Mhm.
how to shut it down, reset, and still keep moving to keep your nonprofit going and to do your travel business.
Right.
That's amazing. Y'all drop some flames in the chat. We got Charlika on there dropping flames. Congratulations to you. I can see the little comments on the screen. Can you see the little comments, Lori?
I can
That's a,
see
that's
them,
a
but I can't see
there's
what you
a
see.
little
Oh,
yeah, that little that's a new feature, new feature. Okay, so as we get ready to wrap this up, you guys, Lori, I want to ask you, did you have any self-limiting beliefs when you got started? When we was talking about it, I know you expressed some things to me, but were any of those self-limiting that allowed you to be so hesitant to make you doubt yourself?
yes, of course. I always tell the Lord I'm not complaining, Lord, because I'm grateful to be here. I just still have like I consider them like minor deficits, like with the short term memory. So that was my biggest concern, and then getting cognitive fatigue. I was like, will I be able to do this? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. My brain can handle all that after doing work. So that was my self doubting in that piece as well. But I'm actually excited since we actually kind of, you've helped me build a couple trips. So I'm actually excited, and I do see the true potential in it being able to work because I have the network. So I know that it works, and people always go on my trip. I always invite anybody to come celebrate life with me, long as you're
Mhm.
positive. So I know that it works. I have the network for it to work. And I have so many things, like I was telling Janae, in my mind. I've always envisioned it to on a bigger scale, a national scale, because our nonprofit's vision statement is become a nationally known brand name for, fostering positivity and promoting selfless service. So I see that on a large scale because the world is in such traumatic times now. And so, I just want everybody to give back to people that are less fortunate, enjoy life, travel, and promote positivity because God made us all uniquely, wonderfully made. We're all beautiful in our own right, so it's never a reason for negativity.
That part. I'm just going to drop a few misconceptions because she just debunked them. The fear of failure. It sometimes stop people, but it didn't stop her. She had some hesitation, but it did not stop her. We say a journey of 1,000 miles begin with one step. Lori, you took the one step, and now you're sharing with others. She's excited, y'all. She already got 2 trips booked under her. She ain't even been in business for 6 months. Not only that, when she talks about her network, she's also growing because, again, we said this is partnership. So she has people in her network that are travel enthusiasts too. They're like, Lori, if you can do it, I can do it too. She's inspiring them, right? So she has a business partner, so she's growing within her own right. So I'm gonna tell them about these 2 businesses, Lori, that allow you to not only book travel as a super duper travel producer you are, but also to build your partnerships with others by helping others also get started in this business. And for you, what was your initial investment of getting started for your business so everybody can know?
I want to say, don't quote me, y'all know, like $130 if I remember correctly, something like that, give or take, minus a plus, right?
Two plus 70,
Oh,
$200. because she got two businesses.
Okay.
So 19.99, the $20 was in Planet Marketing, and then the 179.90, the 180, that's what we rounded out, is your IntelliTravel. That's the initial startup cost too. Listen, y'all, she was like, it was cheap. Look, it was, I want to say cheap, but it was inexpensive enough to not be like, yeah, that's a debt that I really need to remember. No, it was less than $200. And Laura, we pay for that on other places. Like we go a lot of places.
Yes. Oh, you went silent. You're
There we
frozen.
go.
If
You
you,
back? Am I back? Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Listen, I was just saying we spent $200 on food. As a G, as a grandma, you know we got them babies. We can easily spend $200 on that.
right.
So listen, $200 is what she invested to get her business started. She has two businesses, Planet Marketing, which is debt free, which allows you to partner with others to grow together, right? Together, you guys open up several additional streams of income just on the marketing side itself. And that's just sharing this amazing opportunity with other individuals. And if they when they see the value, not if, when they see the value, just like Lori saw the value, when it makes money, it makes sense. And y'all heard her say her network. And so I want y'all to know your network is your net worth, right? And then as a super duper travel producer, she owns her own travel agency. And therefore she's allowed to book travel because she has the credentials to do so. She has the certifications to do so. So again, $200 just to get started into two businesses, two debt-free businesses, our host agency and teletravel, and our marketing company, which markets and teletravel agencies. That's the only way that you can get started is you have to go through Miss Lori. Lori, can I come through you? Absolutely, you can. Lori, drop your information on how they can connect with you. I think you
Okay.
can do that in the comments, or I should say, look, click on the right hand side.
Okay, we'll do. I'm gonna drop the website in here.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So you guys, this is what we do. This is how we do it. We help support one another. We help take care of each other. We want everyone to win. And so I'm gonna do a call to action for you guys right here. Drop win below, and we'll help you take your first confident step toward building your travel business. If you want to hear more from Miss Lori, dive into like, hey, how can I do this? How, I have issues or whatever the case may be. You want to gain some knowledge and some nuggets, as I like to say. Absolutely. We're going to put it in here. Did it? Yep, it came up on a private chat. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to drop it.
Uh-oh. You froze again.
Third
If you
link with you, the third point with, there I am. The third one says you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing to learn and take small steps. And with that, I am putting up Lori's Friendship is the New Pretty information so that you guys can see it. And all she did was took her nonprofit, Friendship is the New Pretty, and made it what? Friendship is the New Pretty Travels, right?
uh-oh.
And that's my smiley whole face. Listen, Lori, despite technology, thank you so much for an amazing interview. But I want the people to know that on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll be able to catch Lori's business lunch, her grand opening, once again on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in so you can learn more about how you can get started in the travel industry, how you can also learn how to earn 8 streams of income for a low investment cost for a high probability of return. Okay, so again, that's Thursday. We're going to put it in the comments so that you guys can see it as well, and she's going to post it on her social media platforms. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do but love us back. Lori, I'm going to give you the closing words to close it out with.
Oh, you want me to? Okay. So I just remember, I guess if my motto is if you can dream it, you can achieve it. So if you put your mind to doing anything, just do it. My thing is if you start something, you should always finish it. That's always been my motto in life. Even when I'm tired, don't feel like doing it. I know I have to do it, but I've just learned how to adapt to do it where when I'm on cognitive fatigue. I may can't do it today, but I'll do what I can do tomorrow. So if you start something, just always finish it. You'll accomplish your goals, and daily progress on your goals. That's another key as well. And that's how I'm able to adapt with life and adapt with my new way of life, as my neurologist says. It may not be like it was 6 years ago, but at least you're still able to do something. So just if I can do it, having to learn to walk again, talk again, regain cognitive functions, everybody can do it. It's just, prioritizing and learning how to do it in a different way.
Awesome. You guys give it up, give it up, give it up. Thank you so much, Lori. I truly appreciate it. And we look forward to your grand opening on Thursday. Look for her information again on her social media platforms as well as mine. Also, be on the lookout for the seventh celebration of life she's also doing. And you Deltas out there, she got a little something special for you too. It's exclusive only. So you guys got to hit her up and DM her directly for the tea on that. All right. So you guys have an amazing, wonderful rest of your terrific Tuesday. Take care. Be blessed. Bye bye.
Bye.